Where's your husband, Wayan? With the candles lit on top of the cake, you were sweating in the air conditioned room, standing between your friends. You had organized a birthday party for yourself, and now sitting in the restaurant with your friends and their partners, you were waiting for yours. He's on his way, you answered while not even knowing where he was. He had left for his work this morning as usual. In between, he texted you saying that he will be meeting one of his girl best friends, but you had already told him that you were organizing a birthday party for yourself. Should you call him again? Asked one of your friends. You nodded a yes and dialed his number. You released a sigh of distress when your call got disconnected automatically. Where are you, Jungkook? Your mind was all over the place. You didn't know whether waiting for him was any worth it, since you all have been waiting for the past 2 hours. Wayne, it's already 11 p.m. I had promised my mom that I would get back before 11. One of your friends raised her concern. Most people had a working day tomorrow and you didn't want them to wait and waste their time for you. Jungkook walks into the house throwing his jacket and office bag on the sofa. He loosens his tie, tiredly looking around for you in the house that was barely lit up. Wyan, he called out for you. Looking around, his eyebrows scratched, finding that you were not in the house. Where is this girl at this hour? He whispered and took out his phone out of the pocket. His eyes widened, seeing missed calls from you. Were you in danger? His heart started beating fast. He saw some of your text that you had sent an hour ago. Opening the text, his eyes widened, realizing that you had organized a party today. Taking the car keys, he immediately ran outside, trying to connect calls with you. But unfortunately, it kept declining. He drove to the place where you had planned the party. Parking the car, he wished for you to be still there and safe. He ran to the restaurant, sighing in relief, seeing your figure inside the restaurant, which was almost empty. His eyes got teary, seeing your lonely figure. Opening the glass door, he moved towards you. Sitting right next to you, startling you a bit, he hugged your body tightly. I am so sorry, Ryan. He gently kissed your cheeks. I was waiting for you. His eyes noticed how the table before you had a few empty cups of tea. Where were you? You monotonously asked. I was with Gia. You stood up from the table and walked over to the cashier. Paying the bill, you walked out, followed by Jungkook. You both sat inside his car in silence. Ryan, we waited for you till 11, and then we had to proceed because we felt that there was no point waiting. You were disappointed by the fact that he had left to see his best friend on this day when you had asked for his presence beforehand. As the car pulled to your house, you got down and walked back to your house. Jungkook came inside the house and found you already on the bed. Wayan, I went to meet Gia because. Can we talk tomorrow? I'm really tired. He looked and moved to the bathroom to change while you just slept like that. The next morning, Jungkook came downstairs to the kitchen to meet you. Good morning. Silence. You decided to ignore him throughout the day since you were disappointed by him leaving you like that without any communication the day before. He left for the office, seeing you ignoring him. The entire day, his cheeks were swollen like a puffer fish and lips pouted. In the evening, he brought flowers and chocolates for you. He drew out a huge smile on his face when you opened the door for him. Handing over the flowers to you, you carefully took the flowers and took them to the kitchen with a stone face. He got disappointed again, but still maintained the smile. During the lunchtime, he tried to talk to you, but there was only him talking with no response from you. After the dinner, you washed the plates and cleaned the table. Switching off the lights, you were going back to your bedroom. But before you twisted the doorknobs, you heard someone sobbing. You entered the room to see Jungle quickly getting up from the bed and walking to the bathroom in haste. But before he entered the bathroom and closed the door behind him, you held his hand, turning him round. His eyes were red, and tear stained cheeks showed you that you had gone too far. You hugged him tightly as he hugged you back. Ryan, I'm really sorry for ditching you on your birthday, but I was caught up with Gia because her father in law passed away. He sobbed through the sentence. You patted his back as you felt bad for not asking him the reason. Gia was married and her father in law was in the hospital for a few days. You didn't know that something like this would come up this early. It is okay, Jungle, you assured as you kissed his lips. Make sure to at least call or text me next time. He nodded his head, which was now dug into your neck.